I think initially PBK was exploring. You know, he said it himself multiple times that there's this guy named Jordan Peterson who's talking about the Bible, and he's no evangelical, he's no pastor, and all these young men are showing up at a crowded theater to listen to this guy talk about Genesis, and they're showing up in the middle of Toronto to listen to Genesis. And PBK, his openness and curiosity, his genuine thirst to know, like he just wants to know people's hearts. Like he wants to know people, and he's like, man, he was the only pastor, the only one. Well, maybe there were others, but the only one who did it publicly, who like genuinely wanted to know what's going on with these kids. I mean, young men mostly, that are so thirsty for this guy talking about Genesis. And so I think initially he was exploring, and then when the people were emailing him, then he's like, and he talked about this too, that, okay, Peterson is a great inspirer at the individual level, but he's no pastor, he's no shepherd. So I think about maybe a year or two into PBK's journey, he realized this is something that better and different than just me exploring. So he's still exploring, but I think you're right that there was a switch in PBK that slowly occurred where he went from personal explorer and with genuine curiosity to shepherd is first. Other people come first, and then his personal exploration is second. So I think that transition did happen. I just don't know how quickly or when that happened.
You need to articulate the good.
Yeah.
I will quote Fifth Element and say that time is not important, only life is important.
Time not important, only life important.
Like love. Love is worth saving.
I don't know love.
Now encompasses everything. Does it not?
It's all there is.
It's all there is.
You choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart.
Miss, multipass.
I do believe that this consciousness is sort of like a meat popsicle, as Bruce Willis in The Fifth Element called it.
Sir, are you classified as human? Negative. I am a meat popsicle. Chad just got an elliptical. Chad, get in here. I'll show you what's up. Show you how it's done.
Fifth Element, and the gal that's playing in Fifth Element, I would have the same. So I had this tendency to be able to be captured by the stories or the performances, and I think there's something similar to that. If I'm watching a movie or a film and I'm immersed in the story, that's a flow state too.
But life is time. Your life is made up of the time you have. That's all it is.
You see, Father, by creating a little destruction,
A cherry.
I'm in fact encouraging life.
You're a monster, Zook. I know.
See, you've given yourself up. But this is the most powerful thing that can be done. Surrender.
Why don't you take this opportunity to answer that in the Hive Mind chat or in the comments if you're watching the replay? What do you want to exist even if you don't? And how much of a difference do you make to it?
Wind blows. Fire burns.
There are some things, very nice things worth saving.
Like love.
Like love. Love is worth saving.
I don't know love.
Because I love you.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1.
Hello. I see the assassin. I see the assassin. I see the Hello and welcome to Livestreams For Lent, the Sunday service live stream from Grim Grizz channel. Welcome. It's St. Patrick's Day. I hear. And now knowing or rumoring or understanding that the Orthoboros start their Lent tomorrow, you can understand why St. Patrick's Day was such a feast day for so long. Perhaps card for the show from the casino deck, the 9 of Hearts. We'll be giving you your savings throws against mind control right after some more branding. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all.
So say we all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ho, ho, ho.
All right, I gotta get some coffee soon, but I will give you the savings throw against mind control first. You see, because you are swimming in it. First of all, there is no such thing as a muggle. We're all wizards here, and we cast spells on each other all the time. You'll get a lot. You've had a lot just from the branding, and you'll get a lot more throughout your day and the weeks to come during the Lent, I guess. And as such, we're giving you savings throws against them. Very important ones on the St. Patrick's Day, as they may last. They work as follows. To participate, you choose between survival, social, wisdom, or art as the basis for your savings throw. I roll the die. If it's over 10, you take half damage from the mind control that follows. And if it's under 10, you take full damage. You get +2 just for chatting in the hive mind, though. So remember that. Say it now. Chat it now. Get your +2s before the roll. Before the roll. Survival, social wisdom, or heart. Choose. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got the survivalists with the Baker's Coven today. That's a 13 for you. Socialist with the 15. You made it as well. Good job. Good job there. Good job. Oh no. Wisdom, folks. This is a nat 1. That means no bonuses apply for you. You're taking full damage. So sorry. So sorry. Heart, folks, though. Look at this. Prime 17. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And guess what? Bonus for the Indigo kids. Nat 20. You get to see Beholder. There she is in the Prism die. Nat 20 for you. That means +3 on next stream save as well. Congratulations. We're very proud of you.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see. Doing what is right for me is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
And as Lucaria says, we're all taking full damage here. Prime 17. What? The church that eats it. Hey, David Walker's got a green heart. And Teo's dropping clovers. Dropping clovers. Thanks. Look at what the heck with the eyeball and the peacock eyeball. Thanks, Afriel. Thanks for that. We did have what we call a starred comment, and that's when you lowly peon peasants who don't pony in at all say something so worthwhile it's as valued as much as a super chat and makes it into the starred column in StreamYard. And that comment was, is this stream a confirmation that Grizz follows the Eastern Orthodox calendar? No, it's not. However, I did hear. I was like, hey, what's up with Orthos in Lent? They say, well, they started on March 18th. And basically they go vegan, something else, and alms for the poor. And so since alms for the poor leans into my department, I decided to lean into Lent on behalf of the Ortho Bros. And as the stream, Livestreams for Lent, says in the thumbnail and title part, I will be giving up the live streams for Lent. I'm going to be engaging in what we call a painful self-reflection and going through the streams from the beginning of season 4. We're in LARPgate year 4 right now, the middle of the fall inversion, and the eclipse is coming up. So I'm going to do a painful self-reflection and go through the streams from this season and self-reflect and prepare a kintsugi cut, perhaps. See, the thing is, I received some serious criticisms. They're like, you bring a gong, you put on the bracelet, you should roll dice and show cards. Nobody even pays attention to what you're talking about. Nobody hears you, and if they do, they don't remember. And so as such, I have to engage in my own painful recursion and accountability stalking of the streams so far this year. I will be releasing those. I'll probably still do the Reaper's Harvest on Fridays, but the daily live streams are going to be vacant in the coveted 11 a.m. Central Time slot. You heard it here, folks. Who will fill your watching needs in this lentil absence of mine? Ponder below or in the replay comments or something. I miss you, Raj.
Like Hobo's Lullaby. Go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the town go drifting by. Listen to the steel rails a-humming. That's a hobo's lullaby. And
it's very evolution, it's a ball.
No, T-Grog, I can go anywhere you want in the whole realm of human knowledge. I'm happy to go there with you. Where would you like to go?
Well, I'm just saying, why doesn't your position collapse into agnosticism? Or
because I don't require system in order to test everything. I feel like I've been given everything I need, and I'm attuning that system, which is me, the instrument that I am.
I thought your intuitions.
No, I have measurement tools. My body is enormously calibrated to everything.
And can your body measurements be
Anywhere
wrong?
you want in the whole realm of human knowledge, I'm happy to go there with you. Where would you like to go?
Well, I'm just saying, why doesn't your position collapse into agnosticism or
Because I don't require someone to hand me a system in order to test it. I don't feel like I have to be given a system in order to test everything. I feel like I've been given everything I need, and I'm attuning that system, which is me, the instrument that I am.
such your intuitions?
No, I have measurement tools. My body is enormously calibrated to measure things. Yeah.
And could your body measurements be wrong?
That's right. We got another almost start comment from Tayo. Lent orthogrift has begun. Remind them, alms for the poor, and Grimm's about 300 memberships short of paying the bills. Hezzy, when you come in, you should say hi to the channel or everybody first, so that I'm not highlighting you shouting out specific people when I say, hey, good to see you. Hey, good to see you. Here's that Parlato fellow. I've heard he's got a Baxter episode. If anything, tell me this. Have any of the clips from Baxter and Parlato made it in the clip stream? Did you say anything worthwhile? That's the real question, because those are the shrieking eel sandworms. Man, that's a good... See, if nobody's actually listening to the things I'm saying, this painful recursion is necessary so that things like those are the shrieking eel sandworms don't get lost in the wash of time. The wash of time. Meanwhile, we have Dumir looking out for us for the other weird channels we don't watch. He's got a new 9-minute piece. I'll drop the 4th minute in here.
They do.
Yeah.
And that's the kiss of death.
Yeah.
That's Christian anarchism, right?
Safety.
And that's what the archons are pushing. Like right now, right? When they have the National Guard on the subways in New York City, right?
Yeah.
It's for your safety. That's how tyranny comes in.
Yeah.
Then you end up with a docile population.
Yeah.
Who is willing to take stuff like that.
Yeah. No, it's happening in real time. But the reason I'm obsessed with this thing pushing through, maybe this epical shift, you're aware that, like, in the perspective of the Kabbalah and so forth, in the Hasid tradition, that the Holy of Holies is the Song of Songs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and what is the Song of Songs about? You can't find feudalism or hierarchy in there at all, by definition.
Nope.
You know, I encourage everybody to get to the translation from Blocks, but it's a translation that puts it back closer to the Hebrew. You know, and it's young people making love outdoors, where they weren't married, folks. It's about the real. It's about an engagement.
What the... I mean, you see, you gotta watch out. You call yourself, you say, hey, I'm part of that thing they call the and then you got this guy talking about
making translation that puts it back closer to the Hebrew, you know, and it's young people making love outdoors, where they weren't married, folks. It's about...
Oh, geez, what have we gotten ourselves into?
The list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room?
I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Okay. You gotta love that brief half second where it's between brandings that you see me as I click. That's great.
Remember, Embody.
There is no agency. We want
what's best.
Federaci, Mr. Fats over in the hive mind asked the important question. Who is this guy and why are we listening to him? This guy is the guy that does the podcast with this guy. And this guy is the guy that Pastor Paul did the event with in D.C. and has been frequents the Grail country. And we're watching them because Dumir over here, Jonathan Dumir, decided it was worth our time and made the video of he reaped and loomed some from them. Look, here's another one he made 1 hour ago.
What's become really apparent to me
There's Nathan Sherry.
Or like a creed, like it's a science book. It's craziness.
I refuse to let you kick me out. I am here, Christian YouTube, to reject your offer of excommunication. I see your offer and I say no. You are not allowed to kick me out. I am going to have a seat at the table, whether you like it or not, and I will be as winsome and persistent and as bold in what I think until we are in fellowship together.
Meanwhile, on the bottom of the screen for those reading, Phlebas says, I, for one, am very thankful of Sam, precisely because he builds relationships which lead to great conversation about these things instead of avoidance. Oh, so grateful for Sam. Did you know that he and I have a talk somewhere on this channel? Should I find it? Meanwhile, we do finally have a commitment and an answer to this. This is a message for Pastor Paul Vanderclay. I saw you had on your show this morning, the horrible things that man said about the kayfabe. And I just want you to know that I'm going to destroy you in the April Fool's Conversation Cage match. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, in what is now known as a live stream that has become the evolution of watching, lurking, and befriending in a world of domicide and isolation. Otherwise known as Pastor Paul's Friday live stream, we did finally get a commitment, and let's see if we can find it. You watch YouTube all day. Pastor Paul Vanderclay, you have yet... Oh, wait. Lately, especially, whenever I watch the TLC people talking about the TLC, I get this song in my head. I believe I sang it. Hey. When I first come on,
given the fact that we sort of do this weird virtual face-to-face stuff.
Yeah.
So no one told you that it was gonna be this way. Your life's a joke. You're broke. You watch YouTube all day. Pastor Paul Vanderclay, you have yet to address that you've been challenged in the April Fool's Conversation Cage match.
You think you're man enough?
I do, and I'd like your commitment to the match at this time, sir.
I will meet you. I will meet you on the 1st of April, Grim Grizz.
Excellent.
I will meet you, and you will never forget.
Legendary.
Will you meet us both?
Get out, Neil. Quit trying to edge in with your ways. Yes, light against the darkness, David Walker. We have the commitment. There's now officially a thing, at least between me and Paul Vanderklay and the lobster monkey, Chad, and that other character. We still are unconfirmed on the Saul Copperman T-Grog match. And I don't know what other matches are going. I'm not organizing anything. I'm just saying what I know has been organized. The rest is up to you. Can we work together and do things together? Make it happen, Captain. Make it happen. Just like someone made it happen just now. 8% of our new Eclipse goal, making sure I make it to Boskydell for the Eclipse crossover event this April 8th. So as it's Sunday and I'm giving services to you, so we got the Sunday service portion of the stream. That particular image is a lantern flotilla viewed through a looking glass. If your fancy AI slave artbots can make a better lantern flotilla viewed through a looking glass, please drop it off in the Discord. I'm not particularly pleased. I mean, it's okay. They got the lanterns and the floating but maybe your AI bot can do better. I don't know. That's what we've come onto a new era here on the show. We've gotten these cards here with dots instead of lines, and as you can see, flowcharts seems to have resulted, and we're making our way through this card on the live streams for Lent Sunday service stream. I'm Grim Grizz, your host. There's a hive mind over here. They're donating. Parlato is tipping into our new donation to where I attend where the eclipse crosses its path with the eclipse that Trump stared at in Boskydell, Illinois on April 8th. Very exciting. Maybe even a live stream. We got a Miss McGillicuddy in the stream. Hello. Grimgriz is the midnight gospel of this little corner, and it's a strange and beautiful thing. Well, larp hard, grift harder. Yes, Lance, you're going to get a T-shirt made if you keep it up. And I did not enable the T-shirts that I do have on this stream yet, so now I have to go do that and force you to watch some more brandings.
How this could be used to allow people to connect and get past the status game. So I'm just going to play with this right now, which is weird. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. Right? So that would be cool, in my opinion. That would be very cool.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, by the power of Lance Cleaver's comment in the hive mind, the show has taken a turn, and now the store is enabled below the stream. That's where you can get these fancy products we have over here, such as the Beholder's Woman's Tees, the Lobster Monkey Goose Fall Inversion Tees, In male and female varieties, the supposedly better material but smaller lobster monkey tea, and my personal favorite, the jury duty tea. The jury duty tea, where it tells you see, if you wear this shirt to your jury duty, I think you'll have outstanding results. And that's because this shirt says jury nullification. Jury nullification occurs when a jury returns a not guilty verdict in a criminal trial, even if they believe the defendant has broken the law. The jury's reasons for rejecting the evidence or refusing to apply the law may include the belief that the law itself is unjust, that the prosecutor has misapplied the law in the defendant's case, that the punishment for breaking the law is too harsh, or general frustrations with the criminal justice system. The not guilty verdict cannot be overturned, and the jurors cannot be punished for their verdict. It's a fancy tea, only $33. You can pick it up there, wear it to your jury duty, see what happens. See what happens, let us know. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. All right, then, who there? Welcome back. This is the Sunday Service live streams for Lent stream. And if you're tuning into the 33rd minute, this is where the Grim Grizz decided that he was going to give up live streaming for Lent because alms for the poor and the Orthodox. But meanwhile, he'll be doing a recursion through this season of LARPgate live streams. And on this card here, it's been written Kintsugi Cut Scavengers. And that's for in case any of you are just, interns assigned to understand what's going on here and need a project to help guide you. There's a scavenger bounty hunt board on the Discord, and that's the theme here. But the theme is to go deeper than the last year of LARPgate and back into the other ones and dig up things that should be brought forward, treasures, little gems, and accountability stockings that can help in documentaries and such. And those I'm going to direct to Kansas City Job Jess Purveyance. If you want to do that and get involved, go bother him with it. Jess, what I need you to do is if they bother you with them, do like a uniform. You're an artist. You got the wizard skills, real, and they're underappreciated. So I'm going to send these guys to you. You can weave it together in a nice loom for us, huh? It's the least Job would do. It's the least Job would do.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
All right. Wait. Nothing says what's going on here like LARPing for Lent. Yeah, exactly. See, my existence is a reminder or an initiation into this YouTube sphere to let reminded people know as a form of mind control prevention and inoculation, if you will, that this internet place is full of LARPers and grifters and chills and beggars and buskers. And so by demonstrating those faculties, it gives a awareness that sort of thing is in the environment in which innocent people such as yourself now find yourselves. On behalf of the Shadow Cabal and the Sacred Order of Foolish Transparency.
Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all.
So say we all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ho, ho, ho.
All right, 2 more heavy hitters on the new card flowchart system we're operating under on our last day before giving up live streams for Lent. Don't forget alms for the poor. Rainbow life forms and this other part. The edge of my thinking is the other part. The rainbow life forms is this. Lately, I've been pitching the rainbow chakra system, and it applies to all life forms. And you see, that's one of the major faults of our Dragon Corporation Dragon system is that it only has the fiduciary responsibility to the board of directors. It's like a single chakra entity that just consumes it, but it doesn't have like a sense of self or social accountability built in at the level of fiduciary duty to make it a complete and healthier life form than the red dragon monsters that feed everybody diabetes for profit we have today.
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
And that therefore delivers on the rainbow life forms note on the card here. Now, the edge of my thinking is this shadow lantern constellation thing, and it's over on the Friday morning nameless discussion with the sociologist sent to study us as life forms, probably to our detriment and not at all to our profit. But that's where I initially went into it. Really was there, and it's the notion that you take the concept of Indra's web, which I've decided to remind everyone the existence of the powerhouse behind really a lot of the reaping and clipping that goes on this dash, little dash, corner that can. And over there, I've put in Indra's web. Let's see what comes up. Oh, that live stream there, Axiomatic Lanterns, for more on this topic. Ooh, what's in the black? Why'd you make it private, Chris? And why can I still read the transcript? That's interesting. Monster Party Sloth. Monster Party Pep. Oh, the Mormon Experience. Where did you say Indra's Web? Here we go. Monday notes from May 14th from Pastor Paul Vanderklay. Where's Indra's Web? Dark web. Oh, it's doing intellectual dark web because it's a search engine. Son of a... That's a wonk. That's a wash. Let's jump to this tab instead and see more of my appearance on the live stream.
I will meet anyone you want to bring into that arena.
I got to turn that mustache upside down. Turn that frown upside down. You got to turn the...
And as a final bit of accountability stalking, I've been teased that there was going to be a Defense Against the Dark Arts conversation, recorded or not, between Kale and Paul Vanderklay, and I don't know
on the schedule.
All right, it's on the schedule.
He's hard to get into, Graham. I don't know if you know this or not.
He filled this whole thing with randos and bore the burden because he was so blessed.
Can we like get
first of all stop singing to us from a different branch. You know, this is our branch and that's your branch. We got to keep the branches separate. So
can we get
I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head.
Shake it up is all that we know. Using the bodies up as we go. I'm waking up to fantasies. The shades all around aren't the colors we used to see. Broken ice still melts in the sun. And times that are broken can often be won again. We're so alone, and so really matters to me.
Take a look around. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. But I'm out of my head. Was there a card pull from the Weird Ortho? Yes, there was. And it's a good thing you've transmuted into the Weird Ortho, because once upon a time, there was a guy named Steven Saintview, and I would have expected from him a video on St. Patrick, on this St. Patrick's Day. There was a card pull. It was at the very front. But since I'm giving up live streams for Lent, here's one to tide you over. During that, the 7 of spades, so it will be the saint of my absence during my Lenting. How long? 40 days of not streaming, except the Reaper's Harvest. I gotta live up to the Reaper's Harvest portion of the show. Okay, we got the edge. We're still on the edge of my thinking bit, but that's out here somewhere. This means that the individual psyche is far from being safely synthesized. On the contrary, it threatens to fragment only too easily under the onslaught of unchecked emotions. While this situation is familiar to us from the studies of anthropologists, it is not so irrelevant to our own advanced civilization as it might seem. We too can become dissociated and lose our identity. We can be possessed and altered by moods or become unreasonable and unable to recall important facts about ourselves or others, so that people ask, what the devil has gotten into you? We talk about being able to control ourselves, but self-control is a rare and remarkable virtue. But so the intention is like this will be, I'll cut this part off and leave it as a video. We got David Walker in the Hive Mind asking when is the next Reaper's Harvest? The next Reaper's Harvest will be on Friday, and how that works again, in case you're new here, is over on the Broken Clock Tower Discord. There is a clip stream in the Reaper's Hall. You vote on whether or not the show should be included by using the 7 indigo emoji, and you place the clips in the clip stream thusly. If it gets enough votes, it runs on Friday's show. That's how that works. We're giving it a shot. We're seeing if we can get enough participation. Hiya, Mark Jackson. Hey, there's the Spoon Man. If we get enough participation, then it's worthwhile and we've got a functioning beholder. Oh my. And if we don't, well, now back to the edge of my thinking.
What's reality? I don't know. When my bird was looking at my computer monitor, I thought, that bird has no idea what he's looking at. And yet, what does the bird do? Does he panic? No, he can't really panic. He just does the best he can. Is he able to live in a world where he's so ignorant? Well, he doesn't really have a choice. The bird's okay, even though he doesn't understand the world. You're that bird looking at the monitor, and you're thinking to yourself, I can figure this out. Maybe you have some bird ideas. Maybe that's the best you can do.
Okay. Back to my edge of my thinking. The reason we couldn't find it is because I said Indra's Web and they call it Indra's Net because they're weird like that. We did find it, though, on the Musicality of Being with Guy Sengstock. And his voice is with Vervaeke. Let's hear it. Stop it. Go back 10 seconds, then 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and then play it. All right. Okay.
In participation, you are realizing interbeing, and you're realizing something that can't be, what's the verb I want to use? It can't be, you can't grasp it in the way that thought requires a localization of the object of thought. It's not localizable. You have Indra's net, you have all these metaphors of how it's like this dynamic, holographic, right, interpenetration of everything.
Holographic, holodynamic interpenetration of things. Yes. It's okay. Now, I've seen it represented as the afterlife in several major motion pictures, as well as near-death experience stories, where it's like, I went to this place and everybody was like standing on the beach. It was really foggy, and they were just kind of standing there. And that's an representation of what we're talking about here, be it the astral plane or the afterlife or the internet. See, whatever this TLC is essentially that, except Ender's Web, except we noticed that, hey, there's a guy over there and a guy over there. They're both staring at the same thing I'm staring at. There's people here, and it's the networking of that together is the flotilla-ness. It's the flotilla are the channels that hold the attention, but we're groups of people holding the attention and talking to each other, which is new because everybody used to just stare at the thing. They just would stare at the thing and not talk to each other. And so seeing each other and talking to each other is the juice in this internet. And as far as an internal self version in this internet web place, fog, it's that thing that's made up of the thing that seems to be what I call myself is a series of selves constructed by axiomatic lanterns, whether they be a light with active belief or dim and shaded, some of which I am consciously aware of, which are like the regular lanterns, and then there are those shadow lanterns, which I hold true. And when they're not, and that's the edge of my personal thinking. And as part of as I see the edge of the corners thinking, it's currently we need to pick up, since Hermes is coming in through the IFS systems, the internal family systems. We can like take a deep dive into that, break it apart, and see how it applies to like the channels and groups of channels as an internal family dynamic according to that system. Also is I've been revisiting this Mooks and Knights thing because I had that whole bit where is it? This agency Mooks was written on a card and I couldn't really figure out what it meant. Other than that we were mooking for the agency, where agency is the capacity for care under the pet cow thing I should be playing right now. Let's see if it comes up. Care agency pet cow. Come on. You got no, that's not that at all. That's diversity and equity. Oh my. Here's more of this.
Vanderclay can sometimes be like, hey, Sam, stop talking so much about the Trinity. Like, it's not good TLC manners to constantly bring up theological distinctives. I'm like, okay, easy for you to say people with a church. All right, easy for you to say people who aren't getting excommunicated.
Can I just be part of the conversation? The bad conservative impulse is to not allow that. This is my tweet from like 10 years ago. The hyper-conservative impulse is to exclude and deny the fringe.
Why would anybody give a shit? You made it once in a tweet 10 years ago. What the dude? Okay, back to the edge of my thinking. I've been revisiting the Mooks and Knights thing, which is the Internet of Beefs by Venkat Rascal. This guy, hey, look, I can be over here. By Venkat. He wrote this thing. And the thing I want to highlight is, to a seasoned knight, it doesn't matter whether a new mook joins on their side or the other side. The point is to grow and sustain the conflict. And that's what the knights are known for. See, and I'm thinking in a way, this way that we're seeing each other and noticing each other functions as a form of mook rehabilitation. As is like, not only are, hey, mook, you're not just a mook, you're not just a muggle, you're also a wizard. Check this out. And that mook rehab also applies to the hikikomori, which is the outreach of those behind their own closed door, because that's where the prisons come from. Okay, that's the cards for the show. We're done there. Don't forget, though, we have this beautiful, those are the shrieking eel sandworms. And that's also in reference to this article of the Internet of Beefs where he's talking about the start of the process. The mook takes a note of Cass's belly in the news cycle. A note of Cass's belly, whatever that's supposed to mean, is the shrieking eel, and that's also a sandworm that they hook into. It's a very useful metaphor and part of our 40 days of Dune, which is preceding our live streams for Lent, which starts tomorrow. So this is, as such, I think we'll pay a stop by Miriam before we go, and maybe we'll figure out what that Cass's belly meant. What one haven't you played yet? You played them all already. This is the last one. We probably can't use this for another 6 months now. I gotta say, anyone bringing up Oedipus is making a Freudian slip, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Ups, for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. I was thinking about it at the dandy level. If I had only 300 friends at the dandy level, the membership mark, Chance, it makes your name green and gives you special access to super fancy pants emojis, like the Denim Wars Danny one. That other people can't make. It makes you so special. Is the thing. Miriam, let us see then. Therefore, what is a Cassius belly? A Cassius belly is an event or action that justifies or allegedly justifies a war or a conflict. So they grab a piece of something to fight over in the news. Cassius belly is something to fight over. Thank you, Miriam. What secret message do you have?
Blarney.
What? That refers to a false but charming talk that often flatters the listener, like the great and fabulous hive mind chat we have here today. Look, Ups made that thingy, and Avriel made the thingy, and Spoonman made the thingy, because they have the power of channel memberships on their side. Okay, and that's Blarney.
Blarney.
Is it? And what else? Querulous.
Querulous.
Querulius.
Querulous.
Querulius is constantly habitually complaining. What's up, Doc? All right, then.
Hegemony.
Influence or control over another country or group of people? Do I have a hegemony over TLC members?
Hegemony.
A hegemony. Do they
emulate
me? You try to be like that person or thing.
Emulate.
And finally,
cacophony.
Oh boy, can you if you want to blarney this querulous hegemony, be sure to emulate
cacophony.
I don't know. This is what I do.
Is everything all right in here?
Yes, Nanny.
Remember,
there is no agency. We want
what's best.
Yeah, okay, so that's it there then. We've done it. We've made it through the cards. We went through the Miriam thing because we haven't and we're not gonna for a long time. Sunday service. We're giving up live streams for Lent, opening up the beautiful 11 a.m. Central Time slot. Let's see what fills that up. Meanwhile, I'll be doing a recursion through the LARP Gate Year 4 to find the gems and accountability stalking that you guys didn't bother to bring to me. Way to go, you lazy. Okay, and then, what else? Oh, yes, don't forget, if you hear an ortho say Lent, remind him there's an alms for the poor portion, and you got a guy you know.
Remember it.
There is no agency. We walk past.
And special thanks to the Shadow Cabal that makes all of this possible.
I'm not a cat.
And somebody figure out when the ortho Lent ends. That's when you'll see me again.